One of the strengths of the Dutch society and the sectors is the openness to everything that is new. New to learn, amongst others, new technologies and opportunities that come up with adaptation of new technology. We have recently experienced that in the adoption of the electric car, now over 30% of all new cars are sold are electric. But we also see it in the adoption of smaller, mostly electric-driven modalities like mopeds, scooters, and last year, the famous fat bike. Our bike infrastructure is second to none in the world, and the rise of the e-bikes has overcome one of the strongest complaints in biking in the Netherlands, headwind. Now we wait for a solution to overcome the rain. And last but not least, for the Dutch, the bike is a non-discriminating means of transport. Younger people, older people, rich, poor, work-related, school-related, leisure-related, the bike can be always used. The biggest innovation power is in the willingness to leap forward in the future when it comes to new modalities, new technologies, new solutions, and even new regulations. Ergo, the willingness to pilot. We see big steps taken by the bike industry, the industry for light electric vehicles, but also big steps with regulators, taking quantum leaps in making zero-emission vehicles mandatory in city centers and designing 15-minute cities, where the number one modality isn't a car anymore. One of the trends that is currently visible is zero emission. That is one of the key goals at this moment, both for personal as for professional transport. When we look at current innovations, we see innovations in the approach of building our neighborhoods and design our current areas and cities in such a way that they discourage the use of the car in favor for bikes and electric vehicles, mostly in relation to public transport. That not only means that we have more space for the bike and dedicated lanes, parkings and even highways between cities only for e-bikes, but also less space for a car, since more streets are designed to host the bike with the car as a guest. I think that we are good in innovations that go beyond the innovation of a specific means of transport. The integration of public transport, personal transport and shared mobility is on a high level. The adoption of apps to plan our modes of transport is very high, and the road is paved in several governmental programs to get more personalized traffic information on your personal devices. The charging network for electric cars is second to none in the world. I think a combination of the Dutch willingness to leap forward and the German mentality of doing it first time right is a golden combination in general. Although it is always difficult to see the real consequences, we look at the German approach of flat fees for public transport introduced after the pandemic as promising. We need help to overcome the pilot phase of new breakthroughs and to overcome the childhood diseases, not only in technologies, but also in business models. We, for example, see a sharp increase in the adoption of shared cars, yet the relative growth is nothing compared to the absolute growth when we compare it to the overall car use. The e-bike and the integration of the bike in our urban planning is a good example of innovation.